Welcome to a fashion doll shoes tutorial.
The last time I made a mold for flat sole, it was this one, and here's the foot last I'm using for the shoes that use this sole. As you can see, it fits almost perfectly. And when I make that one, I glued the pieces that form this pattern into the master, so that I had one piece which I just pressed to the clay and then took off and baked this mold. But this time I'm doing it a bit differently, but I have here, I can show you, this is the doll for which those soles are. It's actually a bit silly to make shoes for a doll like this, but it's fun. And here, let me show you the difference. So the foot last is a bit bigger than the foot of the doll, and that's mainly because I carved this. This is made from wood, and I'm not really good at carving wood, but it's good enough. And it's for making boots, and boots can be a bit bigger, especially if you want to put socks on the doll as well. But this time I'm going to make a mold a bit like this, but in a different way. I have here the master. As you can see, it's for this same one, and it's just a flat piece made by gluing together layers of cardstock and then painted to get all the gaps hidden in the edges. And the idea is that I'll first make an indent with this. I glued this little piece of wood here on the back, so it'll be easier to hold this. So I'm going to make an indent in the clay, and then in that indent I'm going to use little stamps to make patterns. Here's one. Let's see, I'll take it closer. It's a button. It's a paw print. It fits very well for the sole, as the doll is a cat. And then this other one was just a flat piece, so I put some super glue on a piece of wood and attached this decoration here, so I can use it as a stamp. And it's a little fish, all eaten. And we'll see how this works. Haven't tried this before, but I thought it might be fun. And now I'll need the clay. It's in the fridge to make it cold, so it won't be too soft. And I'm going to zoom a bit closer so you can see better. Okay, I hope this will work. I'll try to keep that in the same place so it'll stay in the view. And so I have this piece, put it here on top of the clay, and then I'm just pressing it in, and that clay is really hard. Maybe it's been in the fridge for a bit too long, but it's getting there. Right, and then I'm just pressing these edges because they spread a little when you press that master into the clay. should be. Okay, and then let's see if I can get it removed as well, carefully. Now, and I'm still in the picture, yes. And then it's going to be fairly thin sole. And now, let's see, can you see it better now? And then I'll just see if I'll make a heel by pressing it there. Okay, I hope it didn't go too deep. Then I'll try to... Oh, that worked fine. And it looks quite nice. Okay, then it's a bit big. I'm not sure if there's room for more paw prints there. Maybe I should put these fishies in there next. And I think this should be room for 3 of these. Okay, and take it off, and another one there. Oh, I'm not sure there's room for the 3rd one. Nope. I think that's it. There's no room for... where should I? This way. Like this, so you can see it. And now I'll make this mold, and then when I make soles using it, the soles will have those pictures in them. And then we'll see how well this works. It looks nice, but you'll never know. One thing I'm not sure about, this one is deeper than these two, but it's a heel, so it can be a bit higher than the rest of the sole, so that should be fine. Well, we'll see when I make a pair of soles using this mold. Here are some results, and here is the mold I made earlier and a couple of pairs of soles I've made using it. And I also made another mold. This is for male Monster High dolls. I don't like their original shoes, so I'm going to make some new ones. And this was fairly easy. It's just similar to that one, so that there's this flat piece I used for making the indent, and then I made these holes with the round end of a paintbrush, just pressing in, trying to get there, making them even, so there's not shallow ones and deep ones, but they are all the same. I'm not quite sure I managed to do that, because I can see here in this sole, for example, that there are a couple deeper ones. Well, they're deeper here, they're higher here. Anyway, you know what I mean. They're not quite identical, but identical enough. And these, what I was going to mention about these is that, as you can see, the pictures here, you can see them much better than in these ones. And if you're making soles this way, it's best to use solid color clay, and lighter colors are better than dark ones. This is the sort of marble pattern clay I used for Miss Piggy's heels. You can see better here how the pattern looks like. And the uneven color, all these tiny spots, they sort of hide the pattern, the raised pattern in the sole. So these, you can't see the pictures as clearly in these as you can see in these two. And then I started thinking that what if you want to have it reversed, so that instead of raised pattern you want to have these pictures as indents in the soles, so that they are raised in the mold. And I haven't tried that, but the way I think it would work is that you make the master using modeling clay, and then you press the pictures into the master the way I did it here with the mold. So the master will look like this, and when you make the mold using it, the mold will look like this. So when you use the mold to make soles, the soles will have indents instead of raised patterns. Well, that's the logic, and I'm fairly sure it would work just as well as in this way. And I'll probably try that at some point, but not this time. So this is all for this video, and the next one will be about something else.